Hello, and welcome to another episode of the
Latin
Latin voices.
voices.
Happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday and very close to the weekend. So today we are bringing you the following topic.
So our topic for today is welcome anyways to Latin Voices, and we're going to be talking about why wait for January. Your new chapter start now. So stay with us.
Yes, that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Yesenia, pero todos me conocen como Jess. But everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. I'm a proud digital business owner. I'm a mentor.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina with my family. I am also a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So we happen to have one tonight too. So it's at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST for those both days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch tonight's live webinar, here are the hosts and panelists for tonight's live webinar.
Okay, so learn how to earn online in 2025 with this webinar that we're having tonight. It's going to be live at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our host will be Jay. She is a resigned educator. We're also going to have Marilyn, who is a digital business owner. We're going to have Linda, who is an educator. And we're going to have Pat Mata, who is an online business owner as well.
We also going to have Elsie. She's a clinical nurse, and Reggie is a consultant electrical contractor. We also have Marilyn and Michael. They are both online business owners. 2II, she's a retired technician, and we have Corazon, a medical support assistant. So all these people are going to be today, Thursday, November 20. Remember, we have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email to any of our websites or link, and we contact you. We send you the information, okay?
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jessie. So if you're catching tonight's live webinar, our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. And if you're catching the replay of tonight's live webinar, our replays have subtitles in several languages. So there you go. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today. So,
yes, our topic for today is why wait for January? Your new chapter starts now.
yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Latin Voices. So where we turn excuses into action and dreams into reality. So today's question is simple but powerful. Why wait for January when your new chapter can begin today? So let's get into 3 reasons why the best time to start is now and not someday. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So what are today's points?
So today's points are: point number one, waiting for the perfect time is a trap. And point number two, micro actions today lead to major swing tomorrow. And point number three, regret hurts more than fear. Fear.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's dive in with point number one.
Yes, so topic number one, or point number one, is waiting for the perfect time is a trap. So we all have done it at some point for some reason. And, we always say, I'll start in January. I'll do it after the holidays. I'll wait until life calms down. But here's the truth. There's no perfect moment. Only the moment you decide to begin. So that's what becomes perfect. That moment that you choose when you say, this is it, I'm going to start now. That's the perfect moment. But you can't really plan for a perfect moment. So Psychology Today reports that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February because people wait for motivation instead of creating momentum through action. So, action is really what makes all the difference. And I know this personally. When I discovered the digital space, life wasn't calm. I had responsibilities at home, family to care for, and a full plate, just like many others, doing my full time job. And I was just stressed. I was going under so much pressure at that time. If I had waited for the right time, I would still be in the same place, sitting back there, waiting for the perfect moment. If I had um not if I didn't have that moment of courage, I would probably still be working my full-time job, stress, you know, um what do you call it? Full of responsibilities and feeling guilty for not being a present mother. So I will still be tired, still be looking for better options, still hoping life would be easier, and still putting my dreams on hold. And I didn't want to keep doing that anymore. Instead, I chose to start anyway, imperfect, with doubt, with fear, learning as I went, trusting a small step today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow, because starting early gave me a head start others didn't have. The people that are still waiting for the perfect time, that they don't have this head start that I had. um, if I didn't start then, clarity and confidence for experience, not theory, I wouldn't have that. And I wouldn't have the momentum going into the new year instead of another reset. So what I learned is this: momentum, it builds in the middle of real life, not when life gets quiet, but while you're balancing all the responsibilities that matter to you. We all have responsibilities, and yes, some of us have more than others. And yes, we all have fears, especially when it comes to doing something different. But what separates you from other people is that you take action, you take that step, you start doing that thing that you said you were going to do. You face your fear. So if you start today even with one tiny step, you're already breaking the cycle of maybe tomorrow, maybe next month, maybe at the beginning of the year. You're breaking that cycle. So here's what I want you to remember: progress doesn't come from waiting, it comes from deciding. Starting today puts you ahead of everyone still waiting for January. And then when January comes, They're going to keep waiting and they're going to say another date, you know? So that's what I want you to remember. You know, this is what I want you to take away. Progress doesn't come from waiting. So stop waiting and take action. Your dreams are waiting for you.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so Isabel just taught us about waiting for the perfect time is a trap. Yeah. The longer you wait, the longer you stay in the same place. But if you take action and you face those fears, then you create that momentum, like Isabel was saying, and you are working towards your goals, your dreams. So let's move on now to point number 2.
All right, so point number 2, really important. Micro actions today lead to major wins tomorrow. Okay? So starting doesn't mean you need to have it all figured out, you know? You start small, start messy, start scared, but you just start. Okay? I always say success isn't a January thing, it's a daily decision. According to Atomic Habits by James Clear, making 1% improvement every day leads to 37 times more improvement over 1 year. Isn't that amazing? Look at all that result, that amazing results just to doing 1% every day. That's how transformation happens, you know? What if your 2026 breakthrough begins with a small, consistent step today? Maybe about what about today you register and watch that webinar. You, maybe you will not start your business today, but at least you are getting your first step in. You are getting that first move in. You're starting to knowing what it's all about it. So register today, because today can change completely your future. Okay, your new chapter is now, not with big leaps, but with micro actions that create major results over time. You know, people think that success require like a huge dramatic change or a huge big step, but all of that is lie. Success is a build quietly through a small decision, repeating, doing it daily. You know, we all know this happened, we just maybe don't think about it. You know, we have all these investors, you know, on the stock market. You know, they didn't invest like the $10,000 or the $150,000 one day. They invest a little by little, creating that momentum. You know, it's the same, it applies to everything. You don't build a whole deck in a day, you know. You build it little by little, more if you're doing by yourself, DIY. Like I like to do construction things on my house. I don't finish everything at the same time, I do it little by little, you know, because that micro actions are simple, but they are powerful, you know. Saying yes to something, starting to showing up, watching the training for like 20 minutes, I'm already ahead to those people that are not doing. You know, so if you register now and watch the webinar, you're already ahead of people. They start thinking about it. You already know what it's all about it, so you can make a decision for your 2026. You know, setting 20 minutes aside for a business, for watching a movie, for the exercise, you're already getting ahead. You know, sending that first message to your friend that you haven't seen for a long time. You don't need to like call them right away, but maybe, hey, how are you? Those small steps make a big difference. You know, this is just how momentum is created. You know, this is how confidence grow, and not just on your personal life, on your business as well. This is how your future starts shifting before the big change happen. Let me tell you something. No, most people fail because they are overwhelmed themselves trying to do everything at the same time, or starting to do the big thing, or starting the big, you know. But those ones that win, that you know that win, because we already know all these successful people, you know, they start small, you know, they do it step by step. And the most important thing, they stay consistent. You know, that 1% improvement every day, that become 365% transformation by the end of the year. 1% for each day of the year, 365 days. How much that will change, but a lot of people say, oh, I don't read, or I don't do this, I don't watch that. Maybe just read one page every day. You will see, you will get to that habit. And this is not just waiting for January 1st, like I will do it next year. It's starting that movement now. It's starting that micro action, starting that action right now. Because remember, discipline builds results, and results build that confidence that we need to get things done. So just reminded, you don't need to wait for a new year. You don't need to wait for a new month. You don't need to have the perfect plan. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to start, and you just need to start today.
Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, Jesse just taught us about micro actions today lead to major wins tomorrow. So you can start small, you can start messy, you can start scared, but the important thing is to start, and then it will take you there. So let's go now to our next point. So regret hurts more than fear. So when I first thought about starting my digital business, fear was everywhere, fear of failing, fear of what others might say, to our posting or seeing us on the social media, fear of starting something completely new after 25 years in a completely different industry. um, I remember asking myself all those what ifs, what if I'm not ready, what if I don't understand the technology, what if I fail. But then, one day another question came, one that changed everything. What if I never try? And that question hit harder than all others. Because, I realized that fear might be uncomfortable, yes, but regrets last much longer, because I will be regretting, like, what if I didn't do that? And now, like I hear from other friends that like say, I saw this opportunity like 5 years ago. If I would have started 5 years ago, I will be ahead in my journey, but I didn't. So that's a regret, like not starting when the opportunity came to you. So according to a Cornell University study, found that 76% of people's biggest life regrets are about the things they didn't do, not the things they try and fail, but the things that they didn't do. So that truth hit me home. I didn't want to look back years later and wish I had started when the opportunity was right in front of me. So I choose courage over comfort, and that single decision opened the doors I never imagined. A business that gives me the freedom, the community, a global community, a purpose, and a time with my family. So now I get to spend time with my aging parents. And of course, fear still shows up sometimes. It never goes away, from time to time it will come up and it will nudge there. But now I see it differently. Fear is just a sign that you're stepping into something bigger that you have done before. And every time you act through it, you grow stronger. And we see that, a good example of that is our lives. When we started, we have so much fear, you know but as we went through, showing up every time, like Jesse was talking earlier about the small step, the small consistent, it helped us to build that confidence. And today, I'm grateful I didn't let fear make my decisions, because behind that fear was everything I was praying for. And what was that? The freedom, the flexibility, the faith, the fulfillment. So imagine looking back 6 months from now, wishing you had started, or imagine looking back proud that you did. So you get to choose that story today. So either one of those two. But the truth is, starting imperfectly will always lead to more growth than staying stuck in what if. So here is your action today. Ask yourself which story will feel better to tell a year from now. Is it, I was scared but I tried? Or is it, I let fear win? So let courage write the next chapter of your story. So this is the message for this last point. And what is our key takeaway?
Our key takeaway today is, so why wait for January? Why not give yourself momentum and clarity now? You don't need permission, you don't need a perfect plan. You just need to believe that you deserve a new chapter, and it starts when you say yes. So that chapter could start now, it could start today.
Yes. And what is our message for the audience?
So our message for you, is this message spoke to you? If you really going to start today, you're going to start now, you share with us, or we share with someone who's been waiting for, okay? So tell them to start today, whatever there is, as I said before, it doesn't have to be like a big step or anything big. Just start today, whatever you're doing. Don't wait for January 1st.
Yes. And that's our end of our life for today. So we hope so that you got some enlightenment, that that let's not wait for a future when you can take action now. And then you can look back, if you take action now and you look back, you will say, thanks that I took action, because now I'm ahead. Instead of, looking back and saying, I wish I would have done that, at that time, because now I will be further, but now I'm not. So regrets, let's change those regrets into be grateful for taking that step. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online and start changing your life, here are three ways that you can do that. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar, which we happen to have one tonight at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, you can register into our website and we can send you that invitation for tonight's live webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you probably wonder, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So there you go. So now you know, if you want to start your online business, these three ways: put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. Okay, so let's find out what is our topic for next Thursday.
Yes, next Thursday we're going to have Let's Finish 2025 as Strong and Focused. Nos vemos pronto, familia.
Yes, so that's our topic for next Thursday. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Thursday for those who are on Thursday, and a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead. We're so close to the weekend. So thank you again for being here with us today. And until the next episode of the
Latin Voices.
Yay.
Thank you for
Bye,
watching.
everyone.
You
Thank you
guys,
so
thank
much.
you.